to get into the back door because we didn't always leave the back window open. So, technically, be careful what you wish for because I could be ridiculous, and that almost does sound like a celebratory idea that I don't know. I don't know where I could do it. I would ask permission. You don't even know what I'm talking about right now. And I'm at 27:15 already. Talking about birthday present that I hope that I have enough time to make. Because I like you a lot. And I'm not going to give you any more clues of cruise. I'm not going to cruise. I'm trying so hard to figure out what it is. Because you don't know. Stop, figured it out yet. You don't even know what your birthday present is. I don't know if it's gonna be a really good birthday present or if I'm gonna do a terrible job, but it's not anything that you even know about yet. So I've been planning it since that night when I was like, I'm gonna make your birthday present, and then I didn't make it that night, but it's fine because now I have an office and it's easier to do things productively. Larry knows what it is. He's great. And I'm going. Yeah, it's gonna be confusing, but I'm just coming up with more ideas for them. You're gonna love it. It's gonna be the best thing ever. That's what Clary and I said. You're gonna love it. Stop. Clary's gonna curse at me too. It's annoying as fuck. Those were more bro players than other types of players, whatever. So great, I'm going for 30, or 28, 48, 28, 47, 28, 48, I don't know. But yeah, I have a birthday idea for you, and I think you're gonna like it. But obviously, I would rather show it to you in person. But it's something that it's nothing that I would have to, I can't explain too much more, but it's not something that I'm going to craft for you right now. It's something that I want to craft at some point. And I even have a present idea for somebody's. If you guys ever fraggedy fradukalin, get your presents, because I came up with a nice idea that I could knit you guys as a present, and I think you guys would like it. I don't have time to do it right now because these loops are very tight and it's annoying because I am annoyed at the size of these needles because they're not the proper size. And when you're doing handcrafted goods, the needle size does matter. And can you hear your own energy annoying me? Because it's like, I'm just trying to say things and you want to say them with me to practice your own energy. And I'm like, I totally understand. But also, you're not really allowed to do that because some people are allowed to come and hang out with my energy. But also, you're not really allowed to do that. So please stop. Anyways, I'm just getting annoyed. Getting annoyed at energies. Sometimes they're helpful. Like, when they're like, I don't know, I'll at least let you play football with your friends, or whatever, I don't know, whatever. That probably didn't make sense. Some things are helpful, but also sometimes I just want to fucking lose my goddamn motherfucking shit, because people are trying to more than inhabit, and I'm like, you're not even on the inhabit list right now, so why are you annoying me? It was 30:54, so that's close to birthday energies and or other types of energies. So yeah, there's a list of people in my life that are allowed to inhabit, and some people aren't on that list, and you need to understand if you're even allowed to go there and how much I'm helping people. And there's different types of lists. There's inhabiting, there's a list that I kind of have of people who try to possess me. There's lists of beings that I help sometimes because they want help, and I'm like, well, if you want help with that, then it's like, sure, you're allowed to come. And it's similar to inhabiting, but not, that was a creepy, it's hard to say the word come sometimes. It's hard, it's difficult to say words, have to make sense. But some people aren't exactly allowed to inhabit because it's not inhabiting, because inhabiting means that maybe your energy shows up and is like, I'm gonna interpret this and that. Oh no, I totally understand. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye. But then their energies don't actually have to leave. They just kind of go to a whatever of like not bothering me. I'm not talking to them specifically, but their energies are allowed to chill. That's inhabiting. Whereas possession is when you're trying to do things with my body against my will. And sometimes I play with my ring because I like it. It's like a little fidget spinner that I can use, and it calms my anxiety. And you're not a fidget spinner. I just mean the ring is a multi-purpose of, I didn't realize that would be a thing of it, but there's a lot of things I like about this. I'm learning about copper on skin contact and wearing copper jewelry, which is usually a thing that people don't do. So I don't know. I learn that every day. And also I like it because I can be like, no, I'm taken. And you see it, and you're like, she loves me. She's wearing that bad. I don't want you to think that it's just about the ring. And sometimes I have to take it off when I'm working in a kitchen because technically it's against health code violations to wear rings in kitchens. I don't know, that might be a thing. If I'm, I didn't wash my dishes today because I didn't want you to be like, why do I feel like she doesn't love me as much? Because if I have it on this one while I'm washing dishes just in my own place, then it's easier to put it on this finger so it doesn't like move around as much. I didn't want you to get confused, so I didn't do dishes today. I don't really have a lot of dishes, but eventually I need to do some fucking dishes. I don't have a sponge, but I have socks that I just did laundry with, and I can use a sock as a sponge for, you know, stuff, and then actually clean stuff with whatever. I have dish soap. I have real dish soap. And what I'm trying to say is that some people are allowed to inhabit because they're my bros and or my chicks and or whoever, I don't know. And I have lots of buddies that are allowed to inhabit sometimes, and I feel like they do a pretty good job of not taking advantage and stuff like that. Some energies sometimes take advantage, lots of different kinds of energies. Not any one particular energy in general. It's just kind of interesting. Anyways, but you know, I'm just saying, there's a lot of reasons why. There's a lot of, and so it's like some people are allowed to like show up here for help and or whatever it is that they need, and or because they just need to tell me something because they just need to work on this because they just can't do it in their own goddamn motherfucking body. And I'm like, no, I'll help. So it's not just one being, it's many beings. Many beings. There's other beings that annoy me that I still help. Yes, honey, I'm talking about your stupid fucking wife that's probably just a placebo for so many things that she got to the point where she was just evil to the point that, but it's like she chose those actions too, so. Because she chose to hide her fucking creepy ass energy ways of protecting herself from you instead of being like, my hair is a problem. I'm trying not to put that shit just like everywhere, but like I think that she just wants you to be, she just wants to have you while you're extra hot. And then it gets this weird energy way of getting into this thing where I am constantly fighting over my hair whenever I try to put my hair up. It's annoying. It's really annoying. You're pretty too, sure, whatever. But yeah, so my hair is often a problem, and I was alluding to that at one point. And I don't know, it's 35.55, and now it's a 6 or a 7, so true, I think. Nope, I think that. I don't know, but no. Yes, Satan, I do care about you quite a lot. I don't know, but if I said bit, it was gonna be a problem for you now, wouldn't it? So, I don't know. What do you want to talk about, Lucy? Lucy and I aren't really allowed to talk a lot. You technically dated him before I dated Satan. I found out who Samuel was, and I was like, that's quite interesting, whoever that is. And then it was like, Lucy was like, how are you? And I was like, I'm good, how are you? Trying to get over my ex. Sure. We can have energy sick sometimes. Anyways, it's not that I'm hiding the truth. It's just I don't have the time to explain right now, so I'm not even gonna get into it, because if I do, then you guys are gonna be like, oh my god, what about that? What about that? And it's like, if I say like 5% of a story and then I start getting judged by random ass people who watch this shit, then you know what? I am gonna have to make an entire story and be like, okay, here's the entire reason why you shouldn't judge me, in my opinion. And then it's gonna be like, no, that's a real good motherfucking point, but it is quite a big story that I don't have time to get into right now, so I'm just not gonna get into it, because if I do, then you just have like 1 or 2 reasons why it's like, you should judge. And it's like, no, you motherfucking shouldn't. And there's reasons, because you know what, there's still things that go on every day, and if I start talking about one thing and it involves other things that have to do with my life, then it has to do with other things that have to do with my life, and I don't feel like getting into that shit. So what's up, Lucy? On a scale of 1 to 10, like a 7 or an 8. I love you that much. Whatever. He just wants to know that he matters, because sometimes people are like, hey, that's not one of your real exes. Like, some of them aren't your real exes. They don't really exist. And we have to be like, I don't want to be like, I'm trying to talk to you, but I have to be like, I don't want to be with you guys, but yeah, I will like admit that we were dating and stuff, energetically and otherwise. Anyways. So that's a whole energy that I'm dealing with right now. Hey, look, 38:39 was it. So, I have 40 minutes of really good. Because I'm getting truly annoyed right now, and I just, because I could have just stopped knitting. I thought of it on my own, and she was like, well, you should stop knitting right now. And I'm like, well, if I stop knitting, then you take it to the point where you're not like, oh, and other people do this shit too, but it's like, people take it to the point where they're like, oh, I told her the right thing, and so, like, I'm right about everything, and I should be men. And I'm like, dude, just let me fucking live my life. I can take advice nicely if people aren't just, like, fucking getting so jealous over my own goddamn motherfucking life to the point where it's like, I get angry if I keep talking. So, because if somebody gives you one piece of advice, it doesn't mean that they have succeeded in doing everything in your entire goddamn motherfucking life. And you know what? You can have a really good teacher in school who teaches you a lot about math. It doesn't mean that every math problem that you do is their gratification of it. It means that they were good at teaching you math and you appreciate them, and then you, I don't know if I would think of you during MASH. No, that's somebody else trying to help. And I appreciate you very much, man. Anyways, it's like, just because you have a math teacher doesn't mean that they get credit for every math problem that you solve. I'm terrible at math, so I'm using math as an example because, yeah. And because I'm gonna go drive a car off a cliff right now, but I'm getting annoyed. but yeah, it's like, I appreciate my teachers and stuff that I had at school, but also, like, doesn't mean that if I do a math problem and I solve a math problem, I'm like, 1 + 1 is 2, right? And then they get credit for every time. No, it's because I was also good enough to study and then use my own goddamn motherfucking brain to, like, get things into my head and learn things and be able to solve math problems. So it's like, I need beings to stop being like, well, I did this, so therefore, like, it's like, I appreciate so much, you have no idea, and you have no idea how angry I am. So it's a fine line of, might be a good time, might be a bad time, might be a little bit of a lot of stuff. Yeah. Don't worry, more pissed at other things, so. Alright, great. Now, been 41, 14, 41, 15, 41, 16, 17, 18.